What's poppin', players? Welcome back to the Piggy Bank. I'm at home, or I'm back at my mom's house right now. For the weekend to go vote. Everybody go vote in your elections whenever they're happening, wherever they're happening. I don't know.
That sticker said that he voted.
I voted. I'm a voter.
Look, shoving it in people's face.
Anyways, this is your little
Look at you participating in democracy.
I know. Let's hope it doesn't go to waste. Probably will, knowing the great state of Texas. Anyways, this is your casual gaming podcast over at the Two Penny Games. As always, we're gonna start it off with a mini game. We're gonna start it off with my mini game because I decided we're gonna play a little game of King of the Hill. I've got the
we started last time, so.
I mean, yeah, it's whatever. I've got the 8 Game of the Year award winners from the Game Awards, plus 1 Dice Award to get us started, in which the 2 contestants will go head-to-head. Connor and Phil here will say hello to the people, gentlemen.
I was going to say, Tavin's slipping. He didn't even introduce us.
Didn't introduce us. Connor, Elliott, say hello.
What's up?
Phil, Shoemaker, say hello.
Ready to win.
Howdy.
I'm Tavin Bothel. What's poppin'? Anyways, 2 contestants go head-to-head. Connor and Phil here will decide which one's better. That one will go on to the next round, and so on and so forth, until we have a definitive game of essentially the decade here. So, go ahead.
Who decides who wins in these debates?
Tavin's ultimately the decider.
If it comes down to a tie, I'll be the tiebreaker.
Very well.
Yeah.
Very well.
The unfortunate thing is that Philip, being a novice gamer, a weakling of a gamer, just a really just stuck in his ways, old head, little fucking. If it doesn't have a cartoon character on it, he don't want nothing to do with it. He hasn't played, I think, like half of these games.
Okay.
If someone's a little angry,
we'll be the judge of that as soon as we actually see the list.
Okay.
I'm mostly just pushing your buttons, but
this doesn't have. I'm sorry to interrupt the flow of this. This doesn't have anything to do with the fact that Phil is catching up on you on platinum trophies.
Oh my god! All right, hold on. We'll get to that later. Fucking.
Are you just farming like TikTok reactions of me looking in the camera like somewhat angrily? Is that what you're farming right now?
Doesn't hurt. I'll say that much. Doesn't hurt.
He's getting it right now.
Classic face.
Gentlemen, the Dice Award Game of the Year winner for the year 2013 was The Last of Us.
I was going to say, do we have to guess?
No.
Wait,
it was
2015.
There's no fucking shot I'm getting any of those.
Did it come out that year?
2013? Yes,
it came out 2013, yeah.
Dang,
even I know that.
Don't be a dumbass, Connor. Don't be a dumbass.
I played the remastered. I played the superior version of the game.
That was a 2014 release.
Some might say a 2022 release.
Versus the Game Awards 2014 Game of the Year, Dragon Age Inquisition. Discuss.
Yeah,
right, well, I was gonna say, just to piss off Tavin, I was gonna say Dragon Age.
That would have been Tavin's trying to play the neutral argument as he just did with his face, but that would have gotten him. Sorry.
We already know he's gonna pick The Last of Us. He's the tiebreaker. He's gonna pick Last of Us.
Yeah, he would. See, this is my issue with him being a moderator. He'll just go we could say any argument. We could unanimously say Dragon Age. He'd say it's Last.
Okay. I'm being devil's advocate by picking Dragon Age. I've not played Dragon Age. I've played 2.5 hours of Last of Us.
Oh, you haven't even played all Last of Us?
No, I'd have to pick Last of Us.
Well, it's definitely Last of Us because, as Dragon Age Inquisition is a very good game. It's a very good RPG. It's a very...
it's BioWare.
Yeah, it's a very good RPG. Yes, it's before BioWare started going down the toilet. So that was, a good, at least, crowning achievement before that started happening.
Andromeda is them going down the toilet? Is that what you're saying?
No, it was the last one before they did. They came out before.
Some would argue Mass Effect 3's ending is the catalyst.
Oh, we talking
catalyst
2012. Oh, funny wordplay you just did with the catalyst. Yeah.
But ultimately, I mean, Last of Us has better story. It has better characters, and it won Game of the Year based off its own merits. Whereas, as good as Dragon Age Inquisition is, I remember that year it winning because there wasn't really any other.
I was gonna say it's probably just like the one thing that stuck out among the shit.
It did. That was not the best year for gaming. Of course, like I said, this is not a rag on Inquisition because it was a great game.
I'm gonna be pissed off that I called everything in 2014 shit when I look back and see like a game that I love or whatever. Like I don't even know.
Somebody look it up for when we're done with this game.
Yeah.
But moving on, Last of Us 1. I agree with that decision. I think Last of Us is just an overall better.
Oh, you agree?
Dragon Age Inquisition is a good game. It's a good game. I like that
He
game.
agrees.
See, he's
Yeah, but
saying
you're a Last of Us fuckboy.
I am. From nice and proud. But how does it fare against our 2015 Game of the Year award winner, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt?
I would probably still say Last of Us.
That's
Because shocker, I haven't played any Witcher games.
and shocker, I'm not as hot on Witcher 3 as everyone else is. I think it's a really good game, great game. But like other people were like crazy about it. Me, I was like, oh, it's very good. But Last of Us was a crowning achievement in the games that I played. So once again, you kind of get The Last of Us. Once again, I mean, again, it's better story, better characters.
Last of Us moves on. If you were to put a gun to my head and choose, because I love both of those games, I would probably also go to The Last of Us. I think it's a better, more complete package than The Witcher 3 is.
Are you kidding me? You said that?
Evan, if you keep surprising me like this, I'm gonna have a heart attack, dude. My
But
cortisol
Witcher
levels
3, that's way
way too
closer
high right now.
That's a way
Evan.
closer conversation in my mind than Dragon Age. Like
By
The
far.
Witcher 3 and The Last of Us Part 1 can go head to head, and like you're dealing with apples and oranges, but like I think The Last of Us affected gaming more than The Witcher 3 did.
Yep.
That is true. Though ultimately, I would still give it over to the better game, which in this case is still Last of Us.
Bam. Moving on to 2016, and the first time Phil has played the competition here. 2016 Game of the Year winner, Overwatch versus The Last of Us.
I mean,
But The Last of Us.
I think it speaks for itself. I played thousands of hours of Overwatch, so
Oh, so we're not.
So Phil's voting Overwatch.
yep.
Well, see, I raise you. It's very fair to say that Overwatch is a better game because
Taste.
this is less of an apples. Yeah, it's taste.
I mean,
I
I
would
was
say it's not an apples and
like
oranges
in
situation.
in that part of my gaming career, I would say I had moved a lot away from single player games. So I was a lot of multiplayer, like your Halos, Call of Duty, Overwatch. If it was a first person shooter, I had my little dirty little fingers in it, So
Well,
probably I'd say Overwatch.
that's fair. My main reason of choosing what I would say is Last of Us being the better game is aside from once again having stories and characters that well, of course there's nothing to compare it to with Overwatch because it is just a multiplayer game. But I think
Sorry, go ahead.
no, go for it.
I was gonna say
move on.
me in high school in that part of my career. If it was a single player game and it didn't have the words Assassin's Creed in the title, I probably didn't play it.
Oh God,
Some gamer this guy is.
a pro gamer.
I've come a long way. Okay.
You have come a long way. You have come a long way.
But
Connor,
Overwatch
continue.
ultimately- Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry for I'm just talking too much.
No, you're great.
Overwatch didn't have any. Well, I mean, I should say Last of Us didn't have any massive sexual assault issues going on. So ultimately, I'm gonna have to give it to Last of Us because I mean,
Come out at
it goes-
2016. There was nothing like that in 2016.
Yes,
Hey,
there was.
hey,
Yes,
came
there
out
was.
publicly
Yes, there
anyway.
was. There was.
not
Oh,
publicly.
really?
They were
Yeah, well,
driving. They were driving a woman to kill herself.
Was it that year though?
Well, was it?
Oh, I don't know if it was that year.
Did the
but-
story break that year? Is that
No,
what
no,
happened?
no.
No.
But it was happening.
Okay,
Most
but
likely.
we didn't know about it.
That doesn't mean it's not happening.
But hindsight
Look,
is
if a tree falls in the woods,
It's still false. Still makes a noise.
But you don't hear the
the
noise.
analogy.
Okay. Well, I guess this means I got a tie break, and
Shut up.
I'm gonna go The
Shut
Last of Us. It's gonna be
I
The Last
wonder.
of Us. It's gonna be The Last of
Tavin
Us.
fucking hates Overwatch and he loves Last of Us.
I don't hate
Shocker.
Overwatch. I put hundreds of hours into Overwatch. I think
everyone
Overwatch is a very good game, very quality game, very well built.
Throw a 0 on there and then you have me.
Throw a 0 on there.
Yeah, you said hundreds.
Oh, okay. Oh, I got you. Yeah. But yeah, I just don't think I don't think Overwatch had the impact that The Last of Us did on culturally, like in the gaming industry. And yeah, I think there's a reason you see a bunch of games today and you're like, oh, it's a fucking Last of Us clone or whatever. But those games are still phenomenal. You know, you look at God of War 2018, you look at Plague Tale, and you go, oh yeah, these games are still really good and really entertaining.
I don't-
Every Overwatch clone out there, I think, has failed.
Look, here's what I'm saying though. I see your point in saying that it's affected other games. You saying culturally, I think is wrong, just because Overwatch has one of the like biggest communities and culturally has affected a bunch of stuff. I don't know. I just feel like the reach of Overwatch is much wider than Last of Us as far as culturally. I just think that's the wrong word that you used, is saying that it wasn't as culturally effective.
I gotta agree with Phil in this regard because Overwatch is still talked about today.
It's
Obviously,
fucking
Overwatch 2
massive,
came out,
dude.
but even
I'm not
before
going to say
Overwatch
The
2
Last
came
of Us
out,
isn't talked about a lot too, but I'm saying
Yeah.
Overwatch is way more far-reaching.
But
I'm not gonna
like,
compare
if you
Overwatch
enter a
to Overwatch.
conversation of greatest game of all time, The Last of Us is going to come up before Overwatch does
Yeah,
in
no,
probably
I-
95% of conversations.
No, I totally agree. I wouldn't. I mean, I don't know what else came out in 2016, but I mean, sure, it might have been my game of the year that year. Maybe even 2017, I would have still said it was the best game. But if we're going like 2018, like it fell off.
Interesting.
least for
Speaking of 2017, here we go. The Last of Us versus Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
Easy clap. Breath of the Wild. Let's move on. Connor, go ahead.
Connor has to think about it.
As you see, broken record, but the characters and story in Last of Us are better.
Yeah.
Usually, in many cases, this would be a layup. But Breath of the Wild, you see, you're not talking to an unbiased party right here. Breath of the Wild is the perfect kind of not themes. It's the perfect style for me. Like I couldn't have asked for a better style of a game, and so I can look at like images of Breath of the Wild and get an emotional response. Whereas Last of Us, even though I definitely get an emotional response from seeing story bits again.
He
I just
looks at a
can't
golf club and he just starts tearing up.
That's the next game.
I know.
I can't do it. I can't. Yeah. But damn it. You know what? It's got Link in it.
He's turning
so
into the
Breath of Wild.
mask.
He's going Breath of the Wild. So
And Zelda.
Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild finally usurps the king that is The Last of Us. Moving on to the next round. 2017 Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild versus 2018 winner God of War.
Damn it. Okay, well, I thought we'd get done with
This is a
easy.
hard one, and I'm really glad.
That's a
really
God
glad
of War right there.
As someone who's not a fan of Zelda, I'm really glad I'm not part of this conversation
You're right.
because it's way more interesting coming from you two.
As much as I love Legend of Zelda, I gotta go God of War here. I might not have spent as much time in God of War. I definitely spent a lot more time in Breath of the Wild. But I mean, I feel like that argument can only go so far. It's because then it's like, oh, am I doing chores or am I playing a game? Which I mean, that's kind of how I feel about an unrelated game, Animal Crossing. But I mean, we're not going to talk about that anyway. But yeah, I think I have to go God of War here. I think quality. If we're talking quality over quantity in terms of like gameplay, I'm gonna go God of War.
Connor.
Your response?
Again, literally the same exact issue as before. But I think due to the fact that the gameplay of God of War is so much more of a tighter gameplay experience compared to Last of Us, and on its own, it just plays extremely well. In addition to having all those stories, as much as I still prefer the style of Breath of the Wild leagues above God of War, I'm going to give it to God of War. I'll break on that one. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, God of War might take it over. Even if The Last of Us had continued at this point, God of War might take it. Just because
that
the
would be
gameplay
same
alone.
for me.
Yeah. I think the story and the characters are better in The Last of Us, but yeah, God of War's gameplay is so good.
It evens it out.
Moving on now. Sorry, Phil. I wish you got to play more games, man. But
It's 2019.
this
Why you
is
say that?
This is going to be an interesting one for Connor here. Actually, no, it won't. I feel like I know what Connor's response is going to be. But God of War versus 2019 winner Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice.
Oh, well.
You see,
Well.
if Fire Emblem Three Houses won Game of the Year, I'd be saying that right now because
Yeah,
I just enjoy that so
we can have
much.
a conversation.
As I think it should have.
Yes, it should have definitely. It wasn't even
agree.
nominated, but Sekiro is an amazing game. If you had brought forward to me like Bloodborne, I would say Bloodborne. Maybe even Dark Souls 3. I kind of like I'm fluid with deciding which of those games I like more. But
What year was Bloodborne? 2015 or 2016?
2015.
2015. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But once again, I'm going to have to give it to God of War just because Sekiro is a great game.
I have to agree. It's God of War.
Well, I wonder why you agree, Phil.
Well, the only Dark Souls game I've played is Elden Ring.
Good one.
The only
who knows?
Soulsborne game I've played.
Yeah. Even as even if it was a tiebreaker situation, I would go God of War. Yeah, I don't think the gameplay. I don't think that I think Sekiro is a better playing game, but it's not like that by that much. And then the story and the characters and the one take camera and just the general world of God of War trumps Sekiro hard. But
Norse mythology, baby.
moving on from God of War 2018, still reigning champ, and I already know how this next one's gonna go, even though I personally disagree. 2020, The Last of Us Part 2.
God of War.
Easy God of War choice.
God of War.
Sorry, Tevin. I know you don't have
Enough said.
Yeah. Sorry, Tevin.
Let the record show Phil has not played Last of Us Part 2.
They don't know that.
They do now.
He's
Can't
not
prove
played
it.
that.
Can't prove it.
Well, even if he had played it, I think we would have still arrived at the inevitable conclusion, which is God of War.
Now, gentlemen, moving on to our final official round. But then I'm going to throw a little curveball in there right there at the end. God of War 2018 versus 2021's It Takes Two.
God of War.
God of War.
It's God of War with a fucking bullet. It's not even a fucking conversation.
I remember It Takes Two won, and I was like, oh, it won?
I was legitimately shocked.
Yeah.
When that came up.
I'm trying to remember what even came out last year, and I'm struggling to.
We just play through so many games. It's hard.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't have my list from last year anymore.
I do. I mean, I can. That's just what I played, but like.
Yeah. Here, I'll just Google it on my phone real quick. But yeah, It Takes Two. I remember.
Okay, I got it. So
Yeah,
we
go
got
ahead.
Ratchet and Clank. We got Returnal. We got Halo Infinite. We got Inscription. We got Metroid. We've got Deathloop. We got fucking. Psychonauts.
You know what? If there's a year for a game like, I'm looking at the full list, like just a full list of games right here. If there's a list for a game like It Takes Two to win, it's a 2021 year. Because I mean, you're looking at Deathloop, Resident Evil Village for general game of the year contenders. You've got Returnal, maybe Ratchet and Clank. I mean, like It Takes Two wasn't that high, if it even was on my list. But you know, it makes sense as to why it would be on the winner. But yeah, I think I agree with both of you. It's God of War with a bullet.
Looking back on, like, because I didn't play It Takes Two in 2021. I played it at the beginning of this year with my girlfriend, and if I had played it earlier, it probably would have been. I think it would have been at least in my top 3, because I had a great time playing that game. With my
You
girlfriend.
liked that game way more than me and Connor did.
I know, man. There was just something. I don't know. It was just the because you know that it's a game about relationships. You know.
Are you doubting the power of me and Connor's relationship right here?
Yes.
We've been butt boys since fucking 2000 fucking 9. I don't even know if that's true.
It's been a long while.
It's been a long while. Anyway, so God of War, and then just as a quick little curveball, because I think the conversation is interesting with you two gentlemen. Let's go with let's assume, because we haven't hit God of War Ragnarok yet. Let's assume Elden Ring is the game of the year, which is a pretty safe assumption.
Yeah.
God of War 2018 versus Elden Ring. Who wins?
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring.
I'm sorry, Tavin, but once again, that the exploration of that game and the feeling I got going through everything was just. The bosses were so stylistically and mechanically cool. The main bosses, and I got to fight things with swords and great swords and
I'm sorry,
katanas,
Tavin.
bows and spells and faith.
No, I disagree on except for exploration and bosses. I disagree on every other level. Like, there's like Elden Ring's gameplay, I think is sloppy and like it is the like least tight feeling thing ever. That's not true. I'm being dramatic, but it's nowhere near as tight as God of War. It's nowhere near as fun. I never feel powerful. And
Well,
Connor, I think you can agree with me when I say sounds like a skill issue.
it's a massive skill issue, some would say. But hey, I mechanically will say that this game is sometimes better than others and whatnot, and this, that, and the other. So I can't criticize Tavin too much
Like
for that.
I'm sorry, Tavin. God of War is a phenomenal game. Just there's just something to be said about like Elden Ring being my first From Software experience and just how impactful it's been. I don't know. I just feel like that game woke something up inside me that made me more of like a challenge. I don't know. I seek more challenge in games now. Like, I don't know. There's something about that game that did that for me.
go play God of War on hard.
Elevated you.
Oh,
Give me God of War.
I don't know what to fucking tell you, man. Like it's like God of War. I think other than exploration and other than boss design, God of War trumps in every other category.
I'm gonna do something real quick. So we played God of War on hype on stream.
Have you ever played? You can watch.
Yeah, have you ever played? Yep.
You can watch. What is that game called? Kingdom Hearts 2. Cutouts going live every Tuesday right now. YouTube.com/2minute
I'm plugging away at that. I fought the Queen of the Valkyries in that game.
Yeah.
The hardest boss in that game.
Yes.
When I finally beat the Queen of the Valkyries, I popped off on stream. Okay,
Yeah.
I fucking lost my marbles, lost my shit, everything. I lost everything. Okay,
That pop off is inserted in the God of War hype review after the hype review.
Yes. You can see for yourself. That feeling, while only occurring that one time in God of War, occurred upwards of 6 or 7 times, if not more than 10, in Elden Ring.
See, now I get that because I've played From Software games. Like I've touched pretty much every single one of them. I didn't touch the Dark Souls sequels, but I've touched Dark Souls, which a lot herald as the best of the trilogy. I put 15 hours into Elden Ring. I touched Bloodborne. I touched Demon Souls. I played Sekiro all the way through and even started a New Game Plus and then fell off. But I do intend to go and platinum Sekiro eventually. Like I get that feeling. That feeling, yes. I can't speak because I haven't played all 80 hours or whatever of Elden Ring. But I'm gonna assume there's no moment in that game like acquiring the Blades of Chaos in 2018. There's no moment like whenever Atreus and Kratos are arguing and you just want to fix that. You just want them to fix their issues. There's no moment where you're at the final boss and Kratos punches Baldur up into the air and then Atreus lays 3 arrows into them and they're working together as a pairing. There's no moment like Freya crying over the dead body of her son. Spoilers for 2018. Crying over the dead body of her son. Like all of those moments, like sure, individually they may not hit the high. They may not, hit you with the same amount of dopamine. But add all those moments up together, and that's God of War to me. That's the reason you play this game.
Okay.
And,
I guess
and along that, I know I'm the minority opinion here. I just don't think Elden Ring has good gameplay. Like it's solid, but it's not good. Like there's never a moment where I go, oh fuck, that felt good to do. Like it's always like, all right, I hit him.
I'll give you God of War is a better narrative and story. But if I'm playing the game, Elden Ring. It's from a game standpoint, God of War just doesn't match up for me.
I'll never understand that. I'll never understand. And remember, like I just said, like Sekiro has better gameplay than God of War. Like I think it's way tighter and way more fluid and way more fun. But like no, I think Elden Ring and the style of Dark Souls, like I think it feels clunky. And maybe it's just me and I just don't like feeling clunky, but like it doesn't feel good to play.
Well, that's fair. But I mean, like, it's not a game for everyone.
What about presentation?
Did ever in God of War you have a giant red man? I think he was kind of red. Fall from the sky on a meteor while riding a horse. Well, he wasn't riding a horse. He put his horse in the ground, but he still shot like a comet to the ground and whacked you.
And then after that comet hits, there's later an area that opens up that has floating fucking bits of rock from where this ethereal comet landed. That you can go down into like the depths of this world, like the caverns and shit, where you can fight giant ants and shit.
And then you get to a giant city.
A giant city.
But
And
this
then
isn't presentation, gentlemen. This is things that happen.
That's presentation. It's presented in a very unique way, and a very what's the word I'm looking for? Not natural.
Theatrical.
Like not even theatrical. More just like a.
I don't think Elden Ring is theatrical at all.
Yeah, it's not theatrical, but it gives the same exact effects as something like that would, just based off the scale and the scope of things that you see. Whether it's like you said, the underground city, the shooting comet of a giant red man, the final boss of the game, which is a Miyazaki type looking creature from a Studio Ghibli movie that you fight in a large pool of water that's using brilliant flashes.
The Elden
of gold
Beast.
To fight against you. Yes, not to mention all of the different crazy moves and the effects of each of the special moves of bosses throughout the game, such as Malekith the Black Blade or Godfrey / Horaloo, going also from Radigan. I think overall there's actually, in terms of just the amount of cool, shocking things you see,
Melania,
splendorous things you see. Yeah, exactly. I think you just see a lot more splendorous things actually in Elden Ring more than you do God of War. I'll definitely agree with you. I would say the emotional heights that the God of War story provides are greater than anything that Elden Ring gave me. But Elden Ring consistently, while I played the game, gave me highs consistently. And I never once was like, okay, I'm done. I'm done looking at the scope of this area that I'm in, and it not astounding me. Elden Ring did that constantly. Whereas God of War, I would, like any game usually does, I would play it and be like, okay, I'm used to the surroundings I'm seeing, and it would have to take one of those big moments to come in for me to actually go back to that astonishment level, which is continuously provided in Elden Ring. Which is why I ultimately would say that that's one of the reasons why it wins out over me compared to God of War. Which, going back to it, of course, God of War has a better story. I think the storytelling of Elden Ring and of From Software games is great and unique, and I really like it. No, it's obviously not for everyone. I would still, even in spite of that, say God of War does a better job with its story and obviously with its characters. But ultimately, I think the package you get with Elden Ring topped itself all the time, whereas God of War stayed at a very high quality level, but consistently across the game with a couple of spikes in certain moments.
Very well. Phil, what were the 2014 games or Game of the Year nominations? What was going on there? Oh, I thought you already had it.
No, I had games from 2014. I didn't have Game of the Year contenders.
Because I'm struggling, Connor. I'm struggling to remember any of it right now. Like I knew Inquisition was the Game of the Year, but I just couldn't.
Game of the Year nominees. We have Bayonetta 2.
Okay.
Dark Souls 2.
Okay.
Dragon Age Inquisition.
Mm-hmm.
Hearthstone. And Middle Earth: Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah. All right. Dragon Age, sure.
Yeah, I remember that year. I think I would have given it Shadow of Mordor, but Dragon Age Inquisition made a lot of sense as well.
When I looked back at the games that came out in 2014, we've got fucking Destiny. We've got South Park's Stick of Truth. We've got Metal Gear Solid 5.
That's
Ground Zeroes.
Okay. Yeah, no.
Oh, Wolfenstein: The New Order came out that year.
Infamous Second Son.
I'm reaching for Wolfenstein before I reach for Dragon Age, personally.
I would too. Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Unity.
Oh my! You seriously?
Okay.
Oh my!
And now
Wolfenstein not being nominated is highway robbery.
Oh, actually, yeah, it is.
Here's the thing that I'm not gonna argue anything with y'all. One game that I'm disappointed I called 2014 shit. Smite.
I'm
not a MOBA guy, so I'm not gonna. Sure. Okay.
Battleground of the Gods. Smite.
Great. I'm honestly surprised that wasn't even nominated over Hearthstone.
Over Hearthstone.
That's nuts.
Boo,
People
Hearthstone's
like
bad.
Blizzard more than like high res. So
Not anymore.
Connor, it's
True.
ridiculous how it's ridiculous how overlooked the Wolfenstein games are.
ooh,
Honestly,
you know what
it
else
is.
came out in 2014?
Hmm.
Sunset Overdrive.
I'm not surprised at that one not winning. It was under the radar that year. I remember not many people were
Yeah.
talking about it once it came
Last
out.
of Us Left Behind.
That's a DLC.
I know. Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Fucking game of the year, man. Right there.
Man, those games,
Dude,
they really came back. from a
Transformers
good
Rise
place.
of the Dark Spark?
Was that the
No.
second one next to
I don't
War
know.
of Cybertron? Oh, you wouldn't know.
No,
I
no,
don't
no,
know.
no.
But the Transformers games do have a following.
Mhm.
But, you know, they
The
write that
sequel
line
to
of like
War-
fun or terrible.
The sequel to War of Cybertron is Fall of Cybertron.
Oh, yeah.
One of those
course.
was good. Don't remember which one.
I think it was
War.
War.
War for Cybertron.
Yeah, I think so.
Interesting.
That was 2012.
I want to see.
Oh, no. War for Cybertron came out 2010.
Now, just out of curiosity, I'm looking at Game of the Year nominees for 2016. Oh, yeah, no, it should not be Overwatch. No, God,
No,
no.
yeah.
Uh,
I remember that.
yeah, I remember like some people on the internet being like, really, Overwatch, like as opposed to all these other games. But yeah, Game of the Year nominees are Overwatch, Doom, Inside, Titanfall 2, and Uncharted 4.
I remember when Uncharted 4 didn't win. That was the shock because I thought it was like the shoe-in title for that game of the year.
I mean, honestly, I probably would have said Doom or Uncharted.
I understand why Doom doesn't win, but I like Doom more than Overwatch. But I understand why Doom doesn't win.
Yeah.
Inside, I think, would have had a really good shot, and I'm surprised it didn't. Maybe it was like a
Inside's
split.
good.
Inside, yeah. I've never played it, but you know, from what everybody says, it sounds like one of the best things ever. Titanfall
Become a
2,
big old meatball.
Titanfall 2, one of the greatest first-person shooters ever made, and criminally underplayed.
I would have given that one over Overwatch.
No.
Just it's such a good game.
I'm probably going Overwatch over Titanfall 2, even though I personally like Titanfall 2 more. And then Uncharted
I think
4 would take it for me.
That's the biggest shocker, I think, is Uncharted 4.
Nuts.
Game
And
of
then-
the years are weird sometimes.
Let me see some other games that came out that year. Worthy. Battlefield 1. Nah, I think those are the big ones.
Mhm.
Yeah,
What
those
was
are the big ones.
2017's winner?
2017's winner was Breath of the Wild.
No,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And with that year, it was either going to be Zelda or it was going to be
There's Destiny 2, Destiny
Super
2.
Mario.
yeah, it was either
Honestly.
Zelda or Mario.
Though Persona
yeah.
5 was better than Odyssey, which I've not played.
Oh,
Super
Persona
Mario
5.
Odyssey?
What was
You're
it?
saying it's better than Super Mario Odyssey?
Persona 5?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Persona
Oh,
5
by
is better than Super Mario Odyssey.
Super Mario.
Apples and
Mario was,
oranges. Apples and oranges, but
yes.
Persona 5 is better than Odyssey. And
Odyssey,
I love Odyssey. I think Odyssey's great.
Man, fucking tastic.
We're getting a little long in the tooth here, so let's go ahead and
Yeah.
jump into our next mini game. Phil, you've
Yeah.
got another round of what am I looking at? Here we go. So go ahead,
Indeed, I do.
intro us, my friend.
All right, so this is What Am I Looking At, gentlemen? We are playing a game where Phil, we take little characters from video game Yore and zoom in on a bit of a picture I find on Google Images. And we're going to try to see who can guess the person first. If you can't guess it from just the picture, I have assembled 3 clues. Little each scaling in as much information as it gives. I lost my train of thought. Each clue gives more and more information as to what this character is, who this character is.
Gotcha.
Sorry, that was a really long-winded fucking explanation there. Anyway, yeah, so I have assembled 5 characters. Tavin and Connor will buzz in for their guesses on each character. Okay.
With our
Connor
mouse.
killed me the last time we did this last week.
Yeah, last time it was I believe 4-1.
4-1. 4-1.
I'm ready to
So,
go again. Second round.
I'm ready to prove myself.
All right. Well, gentlemen,
Wait,
without
what?
further ado,
Oh, you haven't started the stream yet, have you? No.
You can do it, but it's just going to be in the show doc channel.
I mean, yeah, you can just
Oh,
pull
you're
up
right,
on
you're right.
Discord the show doc, yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot. That's
Without further ado, first one, just like last week, is a softball. So here we are. Sorry, it's taking forever to load in.
ready.
And
Hello?
we waiting.
Got me on
Why
the edge.
is it taking fucking forever?
It's fine.
Why is
This
it
is.
queued?
Oh well, that's not good.
Hello?
Hello?
It's gonna shoot and load up really quickly. At some point, I'm waiting for it. I'm ready for it.
I canceled
for
it.
it.
See if it's if I can
Oh.
start it again. There we go.
Oh, Buzz.
All right. Well, Connor was first.
Yeah,
That is
the Buzz.
Nathan Drake.
You are correct. It is Nathan Drake.
I'm
going again. I'm going again.
Hold on here. I need to.
Okay. Why will Nathan's full body not show? There we go. Hello? Why are you not fucking going?
The internet's a fickle thing.
It really is, man. This
Mhm.
sucks.
Are you on data?
Anyway, the clues for Senor Nathan Drake.
Let's go ahead fast round the clues too.
Yeah, sorry. Off the charts charisma. Coin collector.
Yeah.
Doesn't let anything sully his good times.
That would have been
That's a
the
good
nail
one.
on the coffin.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
All right.
Good-
Number
good hits.
2. Here we are.
Buzz.
Nope, Connor was first, my friend.
Fuck you.
Sora from Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, it is indeed Sora from Kingdom Hearts.
Let the record show I've been right there with both buzzes. I've been right fucking there.
Oh, you've been right
Right. And Sora, we got Heart Full, Head Empty,
there.
Master of
Idiot.
Unlocking, and May Your Heart Be Your Guiding Key.
Oh, you were just.
I think
you
Master
were
of
just happy
Unlocking
about
is
those.
That's a bad clue.
No, that's a good one.
Why?
Because
He's got a key.
that's not set to Sora. That's a Jill Valentine reference.
I understand. I
Yeah.
understand, but it's a video game quote, and it applies to a person with a keyblade. Okay,
It's a curveball.
it is.
If
It is
anything.
indeed a curveball. All right, here we go with character number 3.
Buzz.
All right,
Mm-hmm.
Tavin. Go ahead.
This is totally not him. This is the is the this is totally not him. This is the bad guy in Doom.
All right, Tavin. I'm afraid you're incorrect. Connor, go
Okay.
ahead.
All right. I'm probably wrong.
Oh,
Is this
fuck, I
The main
know who it
character
is.
from main character from Portal.
Incorrect.
I know who it is.
I don't know who
I'm
it is.
gonna hit y'all with the first clue.
Yep.
I'm something of a scientist myself.
Oh, Buzz.
Go ahead,
No.
Connor. Oh, said Tavin.
Fuck. Something of a scientist myself. Is it Morden?
You know, Tavin, it is indeed Morden Solus from Mass
Hell
Effect
yeah.
number 2.
What is that?
Yep,
That's his
yeah.
leg or his arm?
No, it's his arm.
His arm?
For some reason, it's not loading the picture.
It
The
looks
next
like
thing
a
I was
leg.
going to say was Dog from Half Life, but
I
then
don't
that
know why it's not
hint
pulling
didn't
up.
do
Anyway, it's just him standing there.
it.
All right, and then the other 2 clues, we got Fast Talker, and we've got. All
Oh, okay, yeah.
Good.
right,
I wouldn't have gotten that though.
I'm gonna save what I believe is the hardest one for last.
This was a pretty difficult one.
All right, we have character number 4.
Buzz?
Go ahead, Tavin.
Is that Solid Snake?
Wow, Tavin, it is indeed Solid Snake.
All those
Yeah.
years paid off. Huh?
That's from him from Smash Brothers is what that is.
It is him from Smash. Yep.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's why.
Alright,
That's
and
why
then
I
for
wasn't
Snake-
sure at first. I was like, I think
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the Smash Brothers model, but I'm not sure.
Yep. For Snake, I've got many faces, at least 2 voices, and a solid stand-up guy.
Oh, that's a dead giveaway.
Hey, we're on.
Oh,
a
those
tie.
were the different
Tiebreaker.
clues. Got you.
Those are the 3 different clues.
Yeah. Okay.
This is close.
All right.
This is
And
close.
then I believe right now it is
That's
2 to
2-2.
2.
Mm-hmm. 2-2.
This will decide it.
Got to retain my role. Get my
Here we
You feel
are.
the tension, Connor? You feel it? I'm
I
coming
do,
for your
yeah,
ass. I'm coming for
now
your
I
ass.
feel it.
Gentlemen, are we ready? Are we ready?
Ready?
Here we go. Fifth and final character.
Buzz.
Go ahead, Tavin.
That is Sir Joel Miller from The Last of Us, baby.
You're correct, Tavin. It is Joel Miller from The Last of Us.
There we go. This is a Tavin episode. I actually call an issue here because all these are Tavin.
They are.
Sora from
duplicate
Kingdom
characters?
Hearts is Tavin?
No.
I have played it more recently than him, though.
But I knew what it was.
Okay.
It's just, so you just played it. Yeah, you played it more also.
Also,
It's
you
ingrained
got
in you.
you got the first one too. You got Nathan Drake.
That was the only one. I mean, that's,
You
What's
got
funny
two.
is
it was
what's funny
2 to
is
3.
I saw the Nathan Drake one and I reached for fucking Prince of Persia.
that makes sense.
All right.
Too.
What?
All right, so let me go ahead and wrap this up with the clues for Joel. We've got grizzled gray guy.
Mhm.
We've got not fond of fungus.
He's not.
I
And
wouldn't be.
Thor.
Fair enough.
I
Fair enough.
wonder what that means.
All right. Yeah, so this has been the second episode of What Am I Looking At? Tavin has come out victorious. It was much
There we go.
closer than last week, but a win is a win. As Vin Diesel does say, it doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile, winning is winning.
Shout out Vin Diesel. Shout out Fast and Furious 1, baby. Hell yeah.
Yep.
Oh, great.
Yep, so that's overall record. We have 1-1.
This will not stand.
Coming
Not
for your
stand.
ass, boy. I'm coming for that ass.
No.
Speaking of coming for that ass, allegedly, even though we're playing two different races here. Phil has decided that he's just scum. He's just scum. He's
What are you
just
talking about?
he's
Am
just
I?
a piece of garbage and just scum.
Am I
So
just scum now?
last episode we did talk about Phil has been knocking out the platinum trophies. He's been going at a great pace. He's got 12 under his belt for this year. Or he had 12 under his belt for this year, and he was chipping away at them and knocking out more and more every time. He's been at a really good pace. It was very commendable, and they were good games too. He had 2 Borderlands games in there. He had Hades. He had what else did you have?
I did not have 2 Borderlands games. You keep saying that. It's I guess 3.
You had 2 Borderlands games in there.
I keep thinking
then,
that you're talking about pre-sequel, but
No, and then what else? Spider-Man 2018. These are all the remastered. These are all
Miles
great,
Morales as well.
great platinum trophies to have. And then this year, what did you do, Phil? Or this
week?
Yeah.
Well, this week I looked up. I believe I Googled easiest platinum trophies.
You're scum.
And I discovered. Let me see. So the first game that I platinumed this week was Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's fair. That's a fair plat. I'm not mad at that. That's a good platinum.
Yeah. Then the second 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The second 8 that I did. And the same night I did Guardians of the Galaxy. I should say. We've got Catch the Bowling Balls, Challenge Mode Edition, Breakthrough Gaming Arcade. We've got Bowling, Breakthrough Gaming Arcade. We've got Quick Maths Advanced. We've got Legends of Talia, which is a visual novel.
Oh.
We've got the PS5 version of Legends of Talia. We've got.
Which, let me guess. To get the platinum in that game, just get to the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've
My
got
man's pressed X 100 times in 2
no.
minutes.
I held R1 to skip through all the dialogue with text speed at max. We've got Sakura Succubus for PS4, which is another visual novel.
I wonder what that's about.
Yeah. We've got Sakura Succubus for PS5. We've got Rainbow, which Rainbow and both Quick Maths are little tiny baby games, which is basically Quick Maths is like helping them learn math. And Rainbow is just helping them figure out colors and what colors make other colors. So yeah, that was them. So I believe in one night I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Fucking clicked it by mistake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 platinums. In one night.
Impressive, Phil. Very impressive.
Thank you.
No,
Good job
it's
for
not impressive.
coming up.
He bought for less
Okay,
than $20.
I will say-
And
I
I'm
will
not
say-
one to say prices to dictate the
All
quality
of them
a
are
game,
less than $20.
but like,
Go out
there's
and
no
get
way
yourself
these
more
games are
platinum
good.
trophies.
When I try to YouTube Rainbow PS5, nothing. I get a lot of Rainbow Six,
Well,
which is
because you're not looking at anything. It's literally just a like the art thing that's like the little thing you put all your paint colors on, fucking thing that holds the paint. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's just that with like random colors on it. That's all you're looking at in the game. And basically, it's funny because the trophies are it says make this many mistakes. So it's me tapping the button to like skip it or whatever, and yeah, it's make however many mistakes.
Trash,
On
garbage,
different modes.
Throw your whole list in the trash.
Wow.
Throw the
This
whole list
is-
in the trash. It's none.
Shut the
It's
fuck
not
up.
even. You want to talk about how you're catching up to me? Yada yada. No, you're not. You're not catching up to me. You didn't put the effort in.
Then I I got my girlfriend involved, so she's now an accomplice with my platinums. We've got Finger Fitness, which honestly is a really funny game.
It's a funny title.
It is very funny. I don't know. I honestly, Tavin, it's a pretty funny game. I probably would recommend it. It's easy platinum. It's just basically you go back and forth on the triggers on the controller, and like you earn points doing that, and then your fingers get tired. So you have to like swipe the thing, the touchpad to like make them get not tired or whatever. And then you keep going, and then you earn points, and you get pets, and you get new locations, and each new location's a new trophy, and then you get a trophy for maxing out your dexterity or whatever. I don't know. It's silly. And then there's another visual novel, PS4 and PS5, Memories of East Coast. That's the visual novel. And then we've got Pinkman Plus for PS4, which is actually a pretty good platformer. It's very easy. But it's pretty intensive. You have to focus. It's not as mindless as the other games.
Okay, well that sounds like an actual video game.
Yeah, and then Pinkman Plus for PS5.
And listen, like, I'm not going to judge someone for popping double plats for PS4, PS5. I've done that. I think that's fair. If you did the work, you did the work. There's no reason to do it again unless you want. But yeah, no. Bowling, 2 different bowling games, which I'm sure were just
one
like,
of them is catching the bowling balls. The other one is actually playing bowling.
yeah, fuck off. Like, those aren't real platinum trophies. Your numbers are inflated with some garbage nonsense. Never.
So
ever.
that now brings my total platinum trophies to 38.
Well, this is funny.
Connor, as someone who is not interested in trophies at all, what is your perspective on any and all of this?
Now,
Don't be a troll. Be genuine.
No. I am being genuine. If I was in your boots, if I was in this situation, I would definitely be erring on Tavin's side.
There we go.
But the reality is, this is not
funny.
trolling. It's funny. And as far as trophies go, I don't care. So,
Oh, Tavin,
It's funny.
I noticed the other day
I'm
that you
just
know
laughing.
the
I'm smiling
trophy
at it.
level or whatever that you get. I have a silver trophy just like you now.
see, Tavin, I'm
That
on your side.
annoys me more than anything else, really. Because I'll be honest, like, I know you're like poking fun at me and making fun of me and shit, but it's just like as soon as you were like, yeah, I did this, I was like, all right, well, Phil's list is garbage. He doesn't matter anymore. Like, he's not like, because at first, like, when you were like 12 deep or whatever, and you were like knocking him out left and right, I was like, damn, Phil, like in like 2 years might catch up to me. At this
In
rate.
reality, Tavin, I'm gonna finish off like I don't know. End of next year is probably generous on my end. Like as far as like giving myself too much credit. I feel like I could be at 100 platinums.
By the end of next year?
Yeah.
Oh, that's hard. That's hard.
And that takes away however many fucking garbage games I went through. And I would still
how
have
many
more
garbage
than your
games are you at right now?
72.
You're at like fucking 12 or some shit? 13?
Are you counting PS4 and PS5 or just the games on the
If it's that garbage game, yes. If it's like an earned thing, then that's fine. Like Miles Morales, fine.
If it's a visual novel or whatever.
Yeah, if it's not a visual novel, because I think those are legitimate if they're quality. But like you're purposely getting some garbage shit for the purpose of inflating your trophy numbers.
So in that case, Memories of East Coast does not count by that thing because it actually has good reviews.
Listen to my words. You're not listening to my words. My words were you're playing them with the purposeful intention of inflating your number. That doesn't count.
Okay.
Like, you have to play the game. Because like a Telltale game, you just play to the end, and then you have a platinum trophy. It's easy, yeah, but I think it's valid
Okay.
for actually playing to the end, unless you're like just pressing the skip dialogue button the whole time.
Mm-mm. So okay, then I still would not count Memories of East Coast.
Was that what you were saying?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood.
No,
I thought-
I'm saying I still wouldn't say that like counts as me inflating my numbers or whatever because I played the game.
But you didn't experience the game. You just held the skip button the whole time.
No, that's on Sakura Succubus in Legends of Talia.
Oh, what's the one you're talking about?
Memories of East Coast.
Which one is this?
It's another visual novel I was telling you about. It's another one that I played PS4 and PS5.
But you like actually played it?
I mean, I made choices. The choices may have been leading to trophies, but
Did you play the game, Phil, or did you just skip the shit?
yes, me and Ash played the game.
How long was it?
Not very long. I mean, if you set the text speed to however much just to where you can read it that fast, I want to say maybe it took 40 minutes.
Fuck. And like, what was the intention in playing the game? Because you were like, "Oh, this looks cool," whatever, or was it just like,
No, getting a platinum.
I don't know about that one.
The intention was always to get a platinum, Tavin. That's the reason I'm playing through the Telltale games again. I played them all already, but I haven't played them on PlayStation, so I'm playing them all.
Yeah, but I think that's
In order to-
valid.
Okay, then what? Then I'm playing them again so I can get the trophy.
Yeah.
So that's valid.
But
Okay,
you
that's
play,
why I
but you
Memories
played.
of East Coast.
You're just replaying it. Like you've played it, you've experienced it, and you like it. I assume.
Okay.
And so you're like, "Fuck it, I'll do it again." Like, why not?
Yeah, but so okay, my argument, I don't think you understood it. If I were getting gamer score like on Xbox, which is basically why I played all the Telltale games to begin with, was to get achievements and boost my gamer score. What's the difference in me doing it now for platinum trophies?
Because there's a difference in like buying a game, playing a game, like even if it is for achievements or trophies or whatever, that's the reason. But like if it's like a genuine like you are playing the game, then you're playing the game. Like I played Terminator Salvation for the trophy, but I played Terminator Salvation.
Yeah.
Like that took work.
Okay. So okay, so the only ones I'm gonna discount are Rainbow, Sakura Succubus, Legends of Talia, and Quick Maps. Yeah, those are the only ones I'm discounting. The other ones I actually played.
Not your bowling games?
No, those I actually played. I didn't skip through those games. I played the game. What?
It just doesn't. Something feels dirty about it. It feels dirty.
1, 2, 3. That's 4 games.
And I feel like because you know what I mean when I say experience and play the game. Like
breaking news from Ashley. She just texted me saying they should all count. So
no,
no,
absolutely not. Anyways,
what I'm hearing here is you're outnumbered, Tavin, and soon to be outnumbered in more ways than one.
I mean, you say that, man, but like, once you get past 50, man, it's a steep climb.
Oh, is it a slog? Is it a slog?
It's a steep climb.
Okay, then maybe I'll say I'll catch up to you by the end of next year. Maybe I won't beat you.
I struggle to believe that too. Like, I could see a future by the end of next year.
Yeah,
I'd have to look at because I didn't even get. What, I got 52 years ago? I hit 52 years ago?
You're currently at 72, I believe.
I'm at 72. I'm about to pop 73.
Okay, so me personally, I'm already over halfway to you.
With the garbage games, but like before those like 10 trophies or whatever, you were at 23?
I was at 25.
25. So you add Guardians. You add
25 was Guardians.
Was Guardians.
Yes.
Yeah, that's nowhere near half.
Right. Okay. I already all right, let's subtract those. I said 4, so that's going to be minus 8 trophies. So that's 30. which is almost half.
Well, I guess if you guys want, Phil, you could just do games normally from now on, and then it'll all be, and then we can just count these couple of past trophies as like a catch up for Tavin doing it for years before.
Let me see if there are. I don't think there's any other games in my catalog that I would like skip through or whatever.
It's just I feel like I'm in another dimension, because like, you know what I mean when I say like you're playing a game and you're experiencing a game, but you're trying to squeeze past whatever words I put out in order to qualify these garbage games that you're just playing for the sake of getting a trophy or whatever.
Right. Just because they're shitty games doesn't mean that I didn't play them. I played a lot of shitty games.
Yeah, but you're not going to platinum a shitty game. Like, that's not like...
But I have.
See, and it's like I have a story behind every one of my games. Like, I have like, there's a story behind it and why I platinumed it and what, you know, why I can say...
All right, Tavin, let me tell you a story about bowling.
No, because like a year from now or 2 years from now, you're gonna look back at that game and be like, I don't even fucking remember what that was. Like, Terminator Salvation is a shitty ass game, but there's a story behind it and why we chose to platinum it.
I'm basically Ray Narvaez Jr.
I mean, I guess I don't.
No, that was me being stupid.
Like, it's like, there's loose, like, in my brain, there's loose rules around this, but like, don't be scum, and like, you're being scummy. You know you're being scummy. You know you're being scummy. Like, just don't be scummy. Like, you know, and that's some scummy shit. That's some stuff in the ballot boxes. That's some, you know, restricting voter rights. You know, you're a Republican right now is basically what you are. You're just a Republican.
I've gone blue.
You know, everybody vote. Anyways,
Connor, you're showing your high horse about that.
For God's sakes, Connor, get us out of here. Fucking close us out with your minigame, man.
I did that today. Well, my minigame is let's change the course of criticism to fictional things, like the most annoying video game characters of all time. You only get one choice. Each person.
Only one? Fuck.
I only get one.
Right,
well,
I know
choice.
Kevin's not going to think about this character, but he fucking hates this character.
Oh? What, did you freeze? Oh, no.
Okay.
No,
well, yeah.
For a second.
I mean, Phil, if you're ready to go first, or Connor, if you have yours locked and loaded, go ahead.
Yeah,
I've got a number.
Well,
and
no, because I'm not going to say this character because I love this character.
Oh. Well, I'll go first.
I can think of two of them that you fucking hate that I love.
But will they be the chosen one of Tavin? Who knows?
No, he's not going to He's not going to do either of them. He might do one of them, but he's not going to do. He's not going to do the other one.
Well, I'll go first to set a precedent for what you can choose, because my choice for the worst video game character is the entire cast of Life is Strange.
That's in a
not
way, a character. That's
see, it works.
Connor,
out.
You played that game with me. You liked that game.
Say Chloe.
It's like an amalgamation. No, I can't just name Chloe, because
just say Chloe.
Every character is like an amalgamation of an evil entity propping these beings up, these people up with psychic energies.
Ooh, easy.
And ultimately makes it to where every character in that game is someone I do not like. And they're realistic enough to know that I wouldn't like them in real life.
Connor,
which is a thing that not many games can do.
Connor, I just want to know, when did the switch happen? Because you and I played through Life is Strange together and had a good time.
Oh, I never said the game was bad. I never said I didn't have fun with it.
That's another game I can play and get a platinum.
Hey, okay, but that's valid. Like, if you're playing the game and like listening to the dialogue and like,
I'm being shitty. Go ahead, continue.
Facetious, I think, is the word. I don't know if that's actually the word, but
I'm feces is coming out of my mouth. I'm being facetious. Yes.
What was I saying? Oh, but the you having the silver plaque off of all these garbage games, that bothers me more than your inflated platinum number. Like, you're like, just throw your list away. But the fact that you're considered in the same tier as me, who's been a PlayStation gamer since 2012. I want to sit down and do the math of all the 2010.
I want to sit down and do the math of all the games like that. If I had played them on PS3 or whatever, I feel like I would probably have more than you at this point.
I think how you spent
of contention for a while.
I think how you spent the last generation only playing multiplayer game and putting thousands of hours into Overwatch and Call of Duty, and that's it. I think that would knock you way the fuck back. because that's where I was getting a lot of
games.
Also, I spent a lot of time on 360.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so Connor named All of Life is Strange.
All of Life is
as an
Strange.
annoying video game character.
If I need to say someone, just if there's any naysayers on my choice of worst game characters, I'll go with Chloe because she doesn't know how to shoot a gun.
There you go. Chloe's the fucking worst.
Because she doesn't know how to shoot a gun.
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
She shot herself.
God,
That's
Chloe is so
unintentionally
fucking
comedy,
annoying.
that one.
I'm heated
Chloe.
thinking about how annoying Chloe is.
Jeez.
He's heated. Phil, go ahead and hit us while I'm trying to Google.
Okay.
Top 10 annoying video game characters of all time.
Mine is a classic. Any gamer will agree. Navi from Ocarina of Time.
Hey, listen.
Exactly.
That's
Watch out!
It is annoying.
Listen. Hey.
Unnecessary. It's entirely unnecessary.
See now. So can I choose an entire cast, or does it have to be a specific character?
If they're all equally annoying,
I only give that thing to Connor. You pick a character.
I chose Chloe.
Well, if I'm gonna pick a character, go ahead.
I mean, also Connor did pick a character.
My singular character is different from my entire cast. Like it's different
Well,
games.
just hit us with both. Hit us with both.
Okay, so like my singular character is Jacob Taylor from Mass Effect. I think he's just he's the only he's the only like poorly written character in the trilogy. Like
That's
he's just
a good one.
He's trash. Like
he's a cardboard box given human form.
Yeah, I don't think he's redeemable in any way. Like
Jacob Taylor sucks.
He's not even a good squad mate. Like
no.
So like mechanically he serves no purpose.
He's
narratively
he's literally there as like a cardboard cutout of Caden.
Yeah,
except he's way worse.
I know. I'm agreeing with you. Caden Alenko is a great character. Jacob Taylor fucking sucks.
Caden is a whiny little baby.
If like you told me this, if you play as Femshep and you romance Jacob, in the third game he fucking cheats on you.
Yeah, not even an option. Trash. Absolutely garbage.
Granted, it's not really cheating when Shepard does the same thing. He bangs. That's the mentality of the Mass Effect
isn't the protagonist.
He's not.
It wasn't me, okay? Like, yeah. So singularly, I'm going Jacob Taylor. He fucking sucks. If I'm gonna go like a whole cast, like that's just ear grating, and I fucking hate when they speak, it's just Kingdom Hearts. Like, I think whenever Kingdom Hearts somebody opens their mouth, I want them to shut the fuck up and kill themselves. Like, I legitimately think even Donald and Goofy, annoying as fuck, and I want them to shut the fuck up. Charming in the cartoon. I love Mickey Mouse. But when he's in a Kingdom Hearts game, I want to strangle that little mouse with his own fucking overalls.
Hey, fellas, did somebody mention the door to darkness?
Shut the fuck
See,
up, Mickey.
that's what makes it funny. That makes it great. And then you turn the camera pans around and he's just standing there. That dumbass mouse.
Yeah, he's literally just standing there. Yeah. If I had to pick a cast, I guess I would say Star Fox.
Oh,
Slippy
yeah,
Toad, Falco Lombardi, Peppy Hare, they're all fucking annoying.
Hands off my prey.
I think there's some charm there.
Go barrel roll.
The original Star Fox. Well, sorry, not the original. I guess Star Fox 64 is what I'm thinking of.
No, I think there's charm there. It's charming. It's fun.
I see the angle. I definitely see the angle.
But I
Peppy's
get
annoying,
you. But
Falco's a piece of shit, and Slippy's just terrible at everything he does.
Oh, doesn't he die?
No.
Phil, what was the last game you had me play where like every time a character opened their mouth, I wanted to just choke on a ball of wax? Like
Last game I had you play.
Yeah.
Oh
Was
my
it
god!
Crash. I don't know if it was
I almost
Crash.
got a Charlie horse in
Jack
my
Daxter?
fucking leg.
No, I didn't think. I mean, Jack.
Daxter.
Daxter.
You hate Daxter.
In game 1, he sucks. Daxter.
That's
in game
who.
1
That's
is
who
garbage.
I thought of originally.
Daxter does suck.
The other character I thought you were gonna go for was Doctor Nefarious.
I'm not gonna,
about
because
it a
he's
lot.
not like in the game that much. Like, like he's in it and he's annoying.
The last
but
game I had you play.
I want to say it was like Crash. Like every time a character opened their mouth and Crash, I hated. Spyro.
I think that was the last game, but like,
Spyro's
people don't really talk in that
fine.
game. Hype recordings. Let's see, the last one.
What was before that? I don't even remember. Sonic Adventure.
Let's play. Ooh,
Throw that whole game in the trash, man. That game is one of the worst video games ever made.
you only played the Sonic story, dude.
And I don't need to play anything else. I'm good.
Let's see. There's Resident Evil 4.
Yeah. For the record, by the way, Sonic sucks.
He does. He's trash.
Wait, we're
I
talking about
think
the same Sonic?
the last game that I had you play, Tavin,
Yeah.
was Spyro 3. But I mean,
Yeah, we did play. We didn't finish that one though.
no.
But I mean, it was Spyro. What do you want? Like, you know.
Yeah.
Definitely understand why we moved on from Spyro after that.
Yeah.
I can't believe we've gotten
games
Spyro back before we've gotten Sly. That's a fucking crime.
back as a remake or
Yeah,
Spyro just has a much larger, I think, cult following.
Spyro? Oh, definitely. Yeah, Spyro's bigger for sure. Yeah,
I mean,
Connor,
ever since
they
they did him dirty by making the Skylanders bullshit.
I remember the remake now.
All right, my dog is crying, so I guess that means it's time to wrap it up.
All
Here we
right.
go. So, all right, there we go. Another piggy bank in the thing. I don't I'm gonna run this by you guys in the show, but like Penny in the Bank. That's a good outro, Phil. That's a good outro. I wasn't even planning on numbering these. I was just gonna like throw them up and because like they're just so like like why number?
They're not really like. I mean, I guess they're like a time capsule of like what we're talking about for the time, but like,
yeah. But then it's just like just tie it to the title, less like the number. I don't know if matters so much. I don't know, but I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, another Piggy in the Bank, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching
Penny
and listening. Live right now is our YouTube short and our TikTok of Marvel Snap. Go watch that, and it's a good old time.
To watch that.
Huh? Oh yeah, it's good.
I still need to watch that. I downloaded it yesterday and I played like the first 2 battles and I was like, this is okay.
The tutorial is kind of just like whatever, but like keep going because it gets there. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a card game, it's a mobile game. Like you should know what you're expecting, but like I think it's a lot of fun. Remember, not this week, but next week is our Dishonored video game book club 2 Penny Game Club episode. Me, Connor, Phil have all played Dishonored. We're gonna review it next week, not this week, next week. So come join us on that. And then, guys, the week after that is God of War Ragnarok.
I keep forgetting.
November 9th.
November 9th. It's like a Wednesday.
November 9th. And then a week and a half after that, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, bitch.
Are we? I think it's Doom.
Well, no, it's whatever the wheel decides.
It is. When will we roll that?
We'll talk about it off the air. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching and listening. Keep an eye out for all those reviews and the 2 Penny Games cast every Monday, 8 a.m. Central Time, and new hype episodes every Tuesday. But until next time, have a great time. Everyone say bye.
See ya.
Bye.